Hello everybody, I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night, and let's get started. So, here on the upper left we have Dow Jones, here on the upper right we have the dollar, the Dixie, here on the lower left we have XRP, and the lower right we have Bitcoin, okay? So we are going to talk about fundamentals, news, events, and then we are going to try to make sense about it. Also, we are going to consider and take a look on Joel Katz. David said about, you guys know, he share hints, and so he knows, right? Doesn't matter how, but he knows. And then we are going to talk about something that is very, very important, and it is great, but it is not for today. So one step at a time. So let's go. You guys remember when a few days or a few weeks ago, Donald Trump announced that he's going to tax other countries, the reciprocity on taxes, okay, so you guys are aware. We went down, but it wasn't too much, right? It was a small move for Dow Jones. But for the crypto market, it was a big blow, right? Yeah. So, uh, it is going to be so tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, there is going to be a meeting in the United States, and they are going to decide probably how they're going to do it and how much they are going to increase those rates. And so the word about it can come even on later Tuesday or by the end of the week. So there is no way to know, right? But it will happen. So this is a fact. And it is highly, highly likely that we are going to see another downside move. And this one may be worse than the previous one. Okay? So, when we consider this into Dow Jones here, as you guys remember, our Dow Jones target is way above the 45,000 mark. Okay? But it is not for today. We are going to reach that target. It is not going to be tomorrow or next week. I would say we'll probably start by March. And why March? So you guys remember the dates on the regulatory draft, the deadline, and so. And the first one is 30 days after February, 60 days after July, 60 days, and 180 days after July, which ends in January 2026. That's when we will be at the door of crypto regulations. And to be honest, I think it is going to be the doomsday, but we are going to talk more about it in a few minutes. So, Dow Jones gives us a great idea on how things are developing. If we take a look on Dow Jones, so this we are talking about the US economy, okay? So it is not about the assets into this basket, okay? So we have a monster bullish continuation structure that is unfolding in a very nice way, okay? So how much pivots we do have? We have 3. And what is the percentage in development that we have right now? So each single pivot, it's worth 16% development. So we have 32 plus 16, that's 48%. It starts to become more reliable after the pivot number 4, okay? Which we will be around the more than 50%. It is going to be 16 something percent, if I'm not wrong. 64. Yes. So, what else? We had bullish development here, a big falling wedge. Then we talked about this, but just for you guys to refresh your mind, your memory. Okay, so here or here, it's the same thing. Okay, If you look into the 4 hours, there is the possibility of bullish development right here. But in my humble opinion, this is a trap. Well, it is what we call the bull bear and the bear bull. So we saw this on Bitcoin. We talk about this multiple times. So Bitcoin develops a bear structure and breaks bullish all the time. And when Bitcoin is developing a bullish one, it unfolds in a bearish way. So this is all short-term behavior, so it is not significant. It is not going to change what's coming. So this is all current range development, okay? So there is another thing here. The grinding line gives it away so that it is not actually a bull. Grinding lines are always a bad omen. Always, 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 always. Okay, so with all this, we have this gap right here. Low and where we are. There is a big gap, right? And I do believe we are going to see some activity here. There are other indicators, but yeah. So a activity here making a higher low, okay? So let me show you what would it be. Something like this. Could be something like this. I'm not making a call here because things are not crystal clear. And again, there is no clear structure, there is no clear outcome. So, but we can try to guess, you know, try to figure it out. That's the best we can do with scenarios that are not clear. If it's not clear, there is no targets. So this is the expectation. If this happens, one thing will happen, which is I said that other currencies against the dollar are probably going to go up against the dollar. You guys remember I shared it on X. If this plays out, and I think it will, I will be wrong about time. So it is not the time yet for the dollar and other currencies, which means there is a slightly chance that the dollar will go up once again, other currencies will go down once again, and right after, the dollar goes down, Dow Jones will be ready, all the markets will be ready, the dollar goes down, we have the phones on march, they are going to decrease rates, so we have the perfect storm in the horizon, okay? So the dollar goes down, other currencies go up, and that's the very beginning of it, okay? So back here on Dow Jones, that's what we have to observe for now. Maybe it is not going to be so aggressive, but again, there is no way to know, okay? We can have an idea, but by the end of the day, it is just an idea. We don't have a clear picture. So following the Dow Jones outcome, behavior, expectations, we have the expectation on the dollar. And so if the dollar goes for it again, we have a full set of pivots to the upside. This is going to make, let's take a look. I think it is going to be a strong lower high. Could be, yeah, that there is a big chance that it is going to be a strong lower high around 111,363 points. So the outcome of this, it doesn't make sense to talk about today, okay? So let's do this one step at a time. Then right after, if this is correct, I am going to record a single video for the dollar, okay? But for now, just remember, when a country or a central bank or whatever, they raise interest rates, they are making their local currency, the native currency, stronger against the dollar, also protecting the native currency against inflation. So you make the currency stronger and it weakens inflation. Okay, the problem is that you need a longer period of time in this state to be able to lower inflation, but you degrade the economy. Okay, so there is more to this. Maybe we can talk about this fundamentals economic 101 into the near future. Okay, but just for what we have right now, just give me a second. Okay, now we move to XRP and Bitcoin, and then there is something else. So David said, oh, by the way, before David, if all this is correct, forgive me, folks. So if all this is correct, risky assets will take a hit. What are risky assets? Precious metals and crypto. Okay, so that's, let's say, frontline risk assets. So crypto is likely to take another blow, right? Now, can we figure out targets? I think we can get close, but not a straight number because, again, we don't have fully developed structures, so we are not able to acquire targets. We can use other methods to try to get as close as possible. That's the way. Okay, there is no magic. I can make up a number, just to please people. That's not how it works. So David said a new low. What a new low means? It means that when we have, so for example, let's use Dow Jones as an example. Okay, so if David were talking about Dow Jones, where is the low? The low, it's here. It's the first in the sequence, not the second or the third or one far, far away behind. It's the previous one. It has to be the previous one. So a new low would be anything below the previous low. Okay, that's it. Now let's go back. So a new low for XRP could be 2. Okay, so it could be here, which is 190 something. Okay, so 195, or from here. And why I'm considering this one here instead of this one? We do know that big wicks like this, they are, let's say, scammy. Okay, what does it mean? It means that, so this happens a lot in the crypto market. Big hammers, or let's say empty bodies, empty wicks, right after we see activity inside it again. Okay, so this keeps happening in the crypto market over and over and over and over. And not long ago, a few days or weeks ago, I don't remember exactly, days ago, I said that this is extremely bullish, and it is, because someone is absorbing all of it. Okay, and if someone is absorbing, there is a reason. Okay, there is no fool there buying millions and millions and millions, a few billions dollars worth of XRP if it was if there is something wrong. Okay, so the principles of money, you don't buy something that is worthless or that have problems. Okay, so we are going to do this here. We are going to consider both as one. Okay, it's a small range. It is not something awful. Oh, and by the way, just one thing. I was thinking that maybe in this weekend, because remember, Monday and Tuesday meeting, right? Maybe the news will come on Tuesday, maybe on weekend, on the Wednesday, not weekend, and or even maybe Friday. So we don't know. So I was thinking maybe we can go up a little bit. People will get excited again. We will have longs, everything. People buying spot, and then we go down. So this is the scenario that I had in mind. But right now, I don't think it is. It's possible. So this is the opinion. There is not a fact. I don't know. I'm trying to understand and make sense about all of it. Okay. So, because probably tomorrow we will start to have some news about it. This event, the tariffs, and yeah. So, in the short term, it's a bad event, but in the long term, this is fantastic news for the United States. Okay, so very soon we will be talking about it again. Okay, so back to David tweet. New low. It is going to be 175. 196. So let's assume it is going to be below both. Okay. One thing that we maybe could try, maybe, is this. But it is almost, so it is not good. Okay, so this one, it is no good. Because it is so close, so close. So what I'm trying to do here is to look on the possibility of a falling wedge. Because we already have one set of pivots in the proper orientation of a falling wedge. Just take a look here on Dow Jones. A set of pivots properly oriented into a falling wedge. And what we had here for the rising wedge? A proper set of pivots in the orientation. You see? So there are clues like crumbs that we have to try to put all of it together and try to make sense when things are not clear. Okay? So I'm not feeling comfortable with this, so it's too close. It's too close. So let's try something different, just for the sake of this example. We are okay, so we went to 170. 170, so $1.70 would be a 50% correction, right? From 3 and 40. 50% correction. Back in the day, if I'm not wrong, we had a 69, 68% correction before skyrocketing. So let's say, just for the sake of this example, a little bit below 165. Let's acknowledge 170. It's so close, that is not even significant. 158, 160. You see, they are way too close, but compared with both previous lows, it makes a new low, all of them. Okay, now if this is going to be way more aggressive, like 1 in 44, so let's take a look. So for example, 144 or 145. Okay, then we can say, okay, so this could be enough. So this would be more than a 50% correction. So let's take a look here. We can do this. So why not? 57%. 57. Is it aggressive? Yes, it is. It is healthy. Depending on the scenario, yes. Because, so back in the day, it was healthy, right? And there is also the 50% principle, which is, I don't like it, but it is very significant. It's important as well. But again, it would be 170, which is a new low. So it's probably going to be in this range, folks. So let's say 170 and 150. This is my opinion. It is not a fact. There is no way to possibly measure this. It is not possible. There is no way. But yeah. Okay. So we have, let's take a look here. Important. Marsh. Okay, there you go. what we have on March, it's the first major event into the regulatory framework about regulations, right? 30 days after February, that's the first. The second one, again, it's July, which is far, far away here. We won't even be able to make it. And then here, we have the next FONS meeting. Okay? So the theory now is February to be a red month. Do you guys remember February 2020? I do remember everything, because we were trading back in the day. And I also remember that the very bottom, we were there, we were trading. And we nailed Bitcoin bottom in that day. I don't remember exactly the date. It was probably the first week of March, if I'm not wrong. I don't remember, but we have everything documented. And when we take a look on the monthly candle on XRP, it makes me believe that this month it is going to be a red candle. That's what I'm starting to think about right now after this event in the United States. Okay, because the odds for a straight move up inside of this candle, it's highly unlikely. Okay, just a second, folks. I'm back, folks. Sorry, I had to answer a call. So, we have a double-edged sword right now, right? So we could go up a little bit and then go down right after. So I don't know which one is going to be, but one thing's I'm sure about one thing. It is not looking good, right? So it's literally a double-edged scenario. So this is only bad for traders. Okay, this scenario happening. It is going to be. It creates opportunity for people to buy again, but it is going to be a big deal for those who are decreasing their cost average, right? Not for those who are scared, afraid of what to do to come back. They are scared. No, these people are not going to do anything. They will be scared on the way up, on the way down. They are always scared, right? So this is true. Going down, it creates buying opportunity. So once this happens, it is not going to last long. Okay. So also, those who will be making these moves, they know what they are doing, right? So that they have funds, and yeah, so they will do. But those who are scared, they have little. So it is not enough to make a scratch. Okay. So let's move forward. Let's go to Bitcoin. So all the things we're talking about so far are applied to Bitcoin as well. So Bitcoin average mining cost today is, let me take a look. So it's been a while. The Bitcoin average mining costs are decreasing, and so the hash power is decreasing as well. Probably my best guess is some people are stopping mining Bitcoin. Maybe they are giving up, or maybe they are not being able to keep up with the bills, or I don't know. But the fact is, it is going down. And I forgot which is the number. Okay, so a few days ago, it was around $90,000. And it is also one of the reasons price keeps bouncing from the average cost, mining cost, right? But now it is at $85,000 right here. So if Bitcoin, it is going to be affected on the same way as XRP and all the others. So for example, and a new low happens on Bitcoin, it is going, most likely, probably, to be above 85,000. So this is my best guess, okay? There is no clear structure. We only have 3 valid pivots here, okay? Which is 48% development so far. If we take a look, somehow we have a signature or the signature of a falling wedge. Yes, we does. But a falling wedge usually requires 5 to 6 pivots. We have only 2. So even if this is right, we probably won't have enough time till March to develop a full pattern. So this is my opinion, okay? So right here, so maybe we could see something like this. You see? This would make sense, okay? And don't bet against Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin is just a asset. There is nothing wrong with Bitcoin. The problem is with people behind Bitcoin, the ecosystem behind Bitcoin. So don't be emotional on Bitcoin. Okay. So if Bitcoin price drops below the average mining cost, it creates a problem for miners, exchanges that are partner into this ecosystem, Chinese exchanges, also Binance, because they are part of the same group, let's say, okay? And if exchanges are buying at a cheaper price that hurts miners, then they will sell it to who if nobody's buying? You see, so that there is this connection. It's a kind of a supply and demand based on miners and exchanges have this dynamic behind it. So don't be like bearish on Bitcoin right now. Right now, there is no reason for it. Okay. So let me share you another chart. Actually, 2. Just give me a moment. We are close to the grand finale. Let me see if this is the one. Yes, this is the one. Okay. So we're not going to talk about the macro picture. We do know what is there, and we do know Elliott and all this stuff that is not important right now. So what I want you guys to focus right now is, so I have this, it's kind of a blessing, but it's also kind of a curse, which is I have a, so just for you guys to have an idea, when I made multiple KI tests, and in all of them, there is one with shapes and patterns and figures, connections, you know. I always make like 99 to 100 points on this section of the QI test. So I have this very clean QI for patterns and structures and changes and behavior. When there is something slightly off, I have a good eye to catch it. Okay. So let me show you something. So we do know that Bitcoin final target, it's most likely below or at or around, let's say around $200,000. Okay. This is what I believe it is going to be the beginning of the end. Later this year, early next year. Okay. So when we take a look at Bitcoin behavior here, we have one thing that is 100% bearish, but not in the short term, in the long term, which is the grinding behavior. You see, this is weakness. This is not strength or power. It is not. Okay, so this is one thing. The other is, we had at the bottom right here, back in the day, we talked about it. Then we have the first head and shoulders where on the harvest season and broke up. So bottom, a full pattern. Then we have this intersection or the battle of Midway, right? Then we had what? Another structure, bullish development. And now we have what? An intersection again, or let's say a connection point between one structure to the other, because nothing keeps going up and down forever, right? And now we have what? This intersection again, or connection to the next big structure that, if I'm not wrong, is going to be around $152,000-$155,000, and the next key level for Bitcoin, which is, it is so important as 150-ish, it is $121,000. Okay, so we cross it, then we have another key one here, and then we will be developing another big structure, whatever it is going to be. So let's go here, 155. Development, and then Bitcoin goes for the final one before the doomsday. Okay, so we're going to talk more about this, but pay attention on the pattern. Okay, so it starts with what? A reversal. It's a structure, fully developed structure. Then we have first development, intersection, second development, intersection or the battle of Midway. Then we have development. And here we may even maybe have, let's say, intersection here again. Doesn't matter, it is not going to be relevant. And then we have most likely a top reversal structure or something like it right here, around 180,000, 190, could be 200. We will know better as we get close, but in my forecast on Bitcoin, I am 99, almost 100% sure on the numbers that I shared, okay? So, have all this in mind. It is going to be very, very important for what's coming in the coming months, okay? So this is not for tomorrow or today or whatever. Now we are going to Tether dominance. Yes, it's been years since I don't look, observe, or make analysis in this chart. So let me tell you how it goes. I went into our group of friends, and one friend shared a tweet from Mr. Francis, crypto sniper, market sniper, crypto sniper. Okay, so Mr. Francis shared a analysis about USDT dominance, which was bullish, and I was like confused, like, hold on, that there is something weird. Maybe there is something wrong here, because Tether is bearish, is not bullish. Okay, so then I opened the chart and I was investigating, and I figured out that the scenario he was talking about, sharing his analysis, is this one right here. So this scenario right here can be interpreted as a, let's say, a local reversal, or let's say a local change, right? And so the outcome probably, it's, I had the number. What is the number? Damn it, where is the number? Okay, so I don't think I have it right now, so let's try this on the most inaccurate possible way. Not on the most inaccurate, but just to have an idea. Yes, it's not accurate at all. So from 4, 5, and 456, we can go up to 550 something. Could be 25, 525, could be 545, and so. And if I get this right, his point is Bitcoin and crypto go down, so Dow Jones will be going down, the dollar goes up, which favors the Tether, and Tether dominance goes up because people in exchanges that don't have real fiat pairs they can only use Tether, right? So they're most likely going to sell their coins for Tethers, and this way makes Tether dominance to go up. Okay, so that's what I believe it was his point, and that's exactly what we can see right here on the, let's say, on the Tether dominance analysis. Now I'm going to tell you a story, a very interesting story that most of you guys will start to connect the dots. So this is the monthly. We will talk about the bars very, very soon. So this is the monthly, the Tether story, life story. Okay. Years and years and years ago, I was working to something that was a way to, let's say, for people that are not into technical analysis to have a kind of a better understanding about pivots and changes. Okay. So this could also be interpreted as a trend change or a structure change or a small breaches, little breaches, things turning from good to bad, bearish to bullish, bullish to bearish, so on and on and on. Okay, so if we pay attention here, we always have aggressiveness from one pivot to the other. Take a look, follow me. Then this one right here had a close call. Okay, there we go. Not significant one, this is in between. This is the next one. Then we have one that is close, right? Then what we had here, so let me go into, so we will jump into the weekly in a few moments. Just hold on. Then we had this beautiful structure right here. Then we have a pivot right here. Then we have a breach. The first of all time. And right here, there is a minor little breach. And things are turning from good to bad, from bullish to bearish. Now let's jump into the weekly. I think you guys will have a much better understanding. And guys, this is one of the reasons it is important to be surrounded with people that rely on, let's say, on people who share good things. Okay, so people who share good news, that have good sources, that don't follow and don't observe nonsense stuff. Okay, so for example, when some of you guys tag me into someone analysis, you are doing this because you don't trust that analysis, but you are curious. And so you want me to take a look and make kind of a validation. If it is worth it, if it is not worth it. So this is the way. If you have doubt, you already have a problem. You don't trust it. Okay? So follow, have groups, participate in communities that have people with the same mindset, people who are looking for the right direction, that follow the right people, and that don't let their mind be poisoned by nonsense. Okay? So Tether dominance had this amazing structure right here, bullish, had its outcome, right? Which was a bullish outcome. And then pay attention. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Otherwise, you guys may have a hard time trying to watch, to look at it. Okay, here we go. This started with kind of a signature of something that could be bullish or somewhat appears to be bullish, right? So here we go. We have this, what could be a head and shoulders, failed, strong lower high, So high, low, lower high. Looking good, right? But no. We have the grinding behavior, the lines that keep going and keeps having small corrections inside it, and we have this this aggression when we address it with a line. So in other words, if you draw Fibonacci to just out of curiosity, so this one would be a 50%. And then the next one, more than 6 to 180. So you see how the aggression starts to become bigger. And then the final one had a what? A more than 100% aggression. This gives clues, so all of it gives clues and crumbs for us to make a proper sense on what's going on. So once again, grinding, and then more grinding. A little breach right here. There's a little breach here. Okay, so not enough for a strong lower high to make a bullish case. Grinding behavior, full set of pivots, and bang. You see, when something may appear to be bullish, but it is not because there are bearish clues on it, like bearish signs or kind of signatures. Okay, so you guys will understand in a few minutes, just hold on, where we are heading to. We don't have a case for head and shoulders. We don't. Even though this is an index, it will never be symmetrical in an index. It's very hard to be honest, symmetrical. But just for the case, there is no head and shoulders. So right here, what we have. Can you see this little tail here? Then there is another one here. Those are little breaches. You see? Little ones. And every time we are having little breaches. Okay? Actually, small breach. Flat, which is always bad as well. High, flat, broke. Breaches, breaches. Low, lower high, breaches, more breaches, breaches everywhere. Okay? So what is being developed right here on Tether dominance? It's completely bearish. Okay? But there is a lot of time involved here. January 2026, when we are going to have regulations. So is it odd? Now pay close attention to this. Now we do know when it is going to be Tether Doomsday. We know it. Okay? Inevitable. So, okay, there it goes. First set of pivots, the grinding behavior. Once again, and then bang. So it's always big corrections inside of a even bigger correction. Okay, so imagine this. We went down, and all this move right here, it's the correction of this whole move right here. Okay, and if we draw another Fibonacci, let me show you. Oops. No. Oh no. I did it wrong. Right here. Okay. So from high to low, this is the anchor. It was a 50, no, 6 to 1. It's a 6 to 1, 80 rejection, which is, I also rejected from the 50 and from the 61, which is completely horrible and bearish. But we have the time case, the time event to observe, which is we do know about the doomsday. But before it comes to happen, there is also another upside move right here. And this one is probably this one connected with Dow Jones, Bitcoin, XRP, the whole crypto market, the exchanges, miners, all of it. Everything's connected, all of it. Okay, so we are going for a lower high. There is no other way this can unfold. Because if we remove the technical fundamentals, we have the regulation fundamentals that is going to blast Tether out of this earth. Okay, so Tether is going to kaput, vanish, over, game over, bye-bye. And so we don't know exactly where it is going to be this upside, like we talked about, could be 5 and 30. So let's go for 5 and 55. Okay, just for the sake of this example. Let's try to make a case here. Yeah, it works. It works. Okay. Then we will be 16, 16, 32. We will be headed to 64% development on Tether going to doom, not to the moon, going to the doomsday. And we could even maybe have even another attempt, but then it is a dead case scenario, so that there is no hope. This is going to be very similar with Luna. If you guys remember, Luna was trading around $110. I said that it would go down, and it went down, and I said maybe it will stop at $8. What happened? It died. So you see, we can acquire targets, but it doesn't mean that's it, that we'll stop there. You see? So for example here, of course, this is a gross way to acquire targets, just for you guys to have an idea, right? When we go here to the weekly, just take a look on Tether misery. So this is over, okay? There is no coming back from this. If we go from one target to acknowledge previous structures and so on and on, we could have, but I don't think it is going to be the case. One could say, yeah, it is, but no. So by going down here, maybe one could expect a bounce. No, I don't think so. I really don't think so. So looking to different scenarios, even if we said, oh, okay, maybe that's a head and shoulders, folks. So just a moment. My opinion is, based on everything that we've been talking about, regulations, problems with Tether, and etc., because we are going to see completely awful news that are going to be catastrophic for miners, exchanges, buyers, sellers, everything, all of it. It is going to be literally also the doomsday for Bitcoin. Yes, it is going to be. It is. I'm 100% sure about it. So this is my take. Adios. Goodbye. Boom, over. Completely doomed. But if we try to make a technical case, it could be even worse. So just a possibility, which I don't see it happening, but just an idea, okay? So what would it be? that would take Tether dominance straight to 0.50%. So there is no way. This thing is on death course. Not crash course, death course. So with this information, what we can expect? Literally, the doomsday. And we are going to see a big change into this stablecoin thing. So we already have Ripple USD and USDC. Probably is going to be the only two that will remain. But think about it. What is the problem today with Nostro Vostro? The problem is that they must hold large sums of cash to make those transactions, to convert currencies, right? So if, let's say you are exchange and you want to make a fund, right, to operate, let's say you will need a minimum of $100 million, okay? So you will need $100 million in Ripple USD and $100 million in USDC. So you see the problem, we start to get back to the Nostro Vostro thing. So my take is that into this near future, very near, probably Ripple USD will take over all the stable coins, and the remaining ones will all be integrated into Ripple USD. Do you guys remember when Mr. Trump said we don't want CBDCs now, central bank digital currencies? It's I don't know how to explain it, but I believe the right word is it's a trap. Okay, one way or the other, every stable coin, the government, the exchanges can see what you are doing. They can see. Okay, there is no way to avoid it. So for now, they make a test, big test with stable coins. Then they integrate those stable coins, and instead of having a new central bank digital currency, they are most likely going to absorb or take over Ripple USD stablecoin. And then they can change the name to USD. That's it, folks. And then from a sudden, out of the blue, something that so imagine this. Ripple USD right today have a market capitalization of $53 million, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so this is backed by US dollars, if I'm not wrong, that are US bonds. I don't remember exactly, but it's all backed and accounted. You know, you guys know it better, right? Everything's accounted. And let's say with all this, you know, every day the volume, it is going to increase till it reaches, let's say, if it takes over Tether, just for this example. So right now, today it's I don't remember, it's 41 billion dollars. Okay, so imagine Ripple taking over. This vacuum of liquidity created that is going to be created by Tether going away. So it can happen. Okay, I can see today, but it leads me to believe that it is going to happen. Now imagine if this whole thing is correct about this stable coin being absorbed by the central bank, folks. Then let's say a $150 billion capitalization of that currency, it is going to jump into trillions of dollars. Because let's say how much the United States can settle today. It's probably trillions, right? Trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. And so this is a possible scenario, because just think about it. The central bank, it's been working with Ripple, and not only Ripple, with other players as well. So they are in the council, you know, they are participating in the ISO 20022 regulation, all of it. They are all over. Okay, and do you guys, so just give me a moment. I know it's almost 1 hour, but this is very, very important. This is very, very important. And every single clue, do you guys remember? Every single clue, every single crumb can help us to have a much better idea. Do you guys remember in our forecast that we were talking about that, okay, so we go up, so we go down a little bit, then we go up, then let me try to do this better, just a second. We go down a bit, we go up, then correction, then consolidation, 5-6 months, then we go up to the final target, okay? The question that we have at this moment is, you guys know, when utility will kick in, when it is going to flourish, all of it, the whole, we don't know. And we can account something we can see, right? So now think about it. If XRP, and I do believe this is real, okay? And I think that maybe the chart that Mr. Poole shared long ago, we talked about it, have two different scenarios and also two different scales. One is regular and the other is logarithmic. It is not possible to measure that in a chart today. I strongly believe that this run ends up this way. So again, we go down a little bit, then we go up, consolidation, 5-6 months, final target, whatever it is going to be. Okay? Then the nature of the markets, all markets, including crypto, you guys know better. Let's say a monstrous correction. Just for the sake of this example, not making call. So please don't write to me on X. Oh, you're saying XRP is going to drop to $3 after $90? No, I'm not saying it. I'm just making a case here for you guys to see. So please pay attention. According to Mr. Pooh idea, what happens is this. This is what happens. Okay, so now, excluding Mr. Pooh idea, let's go back to the standard. This is going to, oh, this is too far away, so just give me a second. Okay, right here. So let's go, oh, because we are on the monthly. So please forgive me. Okay, so we go down a bit, then we go up, strong correction, 5 to 6 months correction for the upside movement, and then we head to the final destination, whatever it is going to be. 80, 50, 70, $100, I don't know. We do know there is a natural trigger for 3 digits at $100. So we do know this by a matter of fact. Okay, I'm not saying it is going to happen. I'm saying there is a natural trigger for it. And it usually happens in all markets. Okay, but this is not the topic for this this scenario right here. January 2026, regulations at the door. We are going to see, so this is not only about regulations. We are most likely going to see another bad event external to the crypto market. Okay, so imagine the news. Tether was used to pump Bitcoin, Doge, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, all that garbage, the Chinese index, okay? Litecoin, all of it, right? So bad news, horrible news, and then everything goes down. And this is going to be the end of Tether, right? Tether will be over. Ripple stablecoin, it's working already, it's available, will grinding up, and can absorb out of the blue Tether's the gap it is going to create into the crypto market. And then, if this theory is true, so we have two things here to consider. First, oops, forgive me. The first is a theory, and the second is the possibility of many other things. So if Ripple stablecoin turns into a CBDC, oh boy, imagine. It is going to be absolutely nuts. And this scenario right here, it makes sense when we compare with what Mr. Poole shared. I don't even remember when, but so this one would make sense. You see, and yeah. So also another thing that is going to happen with this move is that a lot of people are going to take profits and sell everything because they will be done already, like many already are. Okay. And on the way down, people will expect the same that happened back in the day in 2018 and also 1920. And so this is probably the most important question that we have today, that a lot of people talk about it. When utility will kick in? When we will see the impact on the real world of real utility? You see? So maybe this run, it is just okay, it is a run. Let's go, that's it. But it is not the most important one. Okay, so let's wait like 1 month or so, and then I will record another, let's say, XRP update for us to talk about this, because I really think this can be in the horizon. You know, so it makes sense. There is no opium here. There is no zigzag, BS. No, there is nothing about it. We have multiple, let's say, ideas or theories from people there that have been right about it over the time, and they are reliable sources. And also we have technical fundamental external events that can support this idea as well. So, well, to me it makes sense. If it is true, we will figure this out very soon. Okay, so folks, I want to thank you guys for everything. You guys are fantastic. Thanks for all the kind messages. Thanks for your support. Thanks for smashing the like button, subscribing, sharing with your friends. I do know we are in a very miserable time. The sentiment is horrible, but don't give up. Don't. If we had anything bad or bearish in the horizon, I would be the first one to report. Okay, so stay cool, walk the dog, have fun with our girlfriend, go to the theaters, buy some stuff, just have fun, live life. Let the charts and the candles for tomorrow, next week. There is nothing to see at this moment, okay? So let's keep doing our thing. We are in the right direction. I am 100% sure. And for now, there is nothing to worry. Okay, even if we go down, so let's say 170, 150, doesn't matter. Okay, because the price is on the horizon. It is not on today or next week. Okay, so thanks again. Stay safe, and I will see you guys soon. See ya.